Well, viewers, those are the headlines and our top focus. Hezbollah leader Naim Qassem has stated that the group reserves the right to respond to Israel and will decide upon the timing of its response. His statement comes after the assassination of their top military chief, Haytham Ali Tabtabai, in an Israeli strike that took place last week in the southern suburbs of Beirut. In a televised address, he's now described the strike as a blatant aggression, indicating that Hezbollah could spark a new war with Israel, if possible, but has not provided any specifics on the further role of the outfit. He's further called on Lebanon to prepare strategies that could rely on both the Lebanese army and civilian resources to confront Israel. Now, according to reports, the Hezbollah chief, Tabtabai, was targeted while meeting with 4 aides to plan future actions. The group is, of course, looking at regrouping, especially after most of its top leadership was killed in Israeli strikes last year, following which we've seen the ceasefire agreement in November 2024. Not much has come out of that as well. But now Hezbollah maintains that it will not disarm as long as Israel carries out strikes and stations troops in southern Lebanon. In response, Israeli military officials have criticized the Lebanese army for failing to control Hezbollah's arsenal, stating that the group continues to operate covertly and strengthen its weapons. Despite, as I mentioned earlier, the November 2024 ceasefire, Israel has conducted near-daily strikes in southern Lebanon, and attacks have been taking place on Beirut intermittently, although the capital has remained unhit for months prior to last week's assassination. With us on the broadcast is Professor Rohan Gunaratne, International Affairs expert, joining us from Singapore. Thank you so much, sir, for taking our time. Speaking to us on NewsX World, we've been tracking what's been taking place in Lebanon for quite a while now. Hezbollah, of course, coming out and putting this statement. But what the IDF has basically tried to achieve here, as many analysts are pointing out, is that it is trying to prevent the Hezbollah from regrouping. Interesting statement by the Hezbollah leader, Naim Qassem, who's called on the Lebanese army and the civilian resources to come together to fight Israel. While Lebanon does have its gripes with the Israelis that continue to occupy territory in southern Lebanon, there's also a lot of pressure from the United States of America upon the Lebanese government to ensure the disarmament of Hezbollah, which is quite the political force as well in the country. How do you think the Lebanese government will now navigate through all of this?
Yeah, what we have seen is that Israel mounted a very decisive attack to eliminate the chief of staff of the Lebanese Hezbollah 5 days ago. And what we have seen is that particular attack has been very decisive because the Lebanese Hezbollah is now reviving, it is arming, it is regrouping, and is planning to mount attacks because it continues to receive support from the Iranian Revolutionary Guard Corps, Iran's intelligence service. And the Lebanese military, although it has received significant US assistance, is unable to disarm Hezbollah because Hezbollah is still a very powerful organization both in Lebanon and overseas. So Israel's course of action is to decapitate the leadership and to decimate the rank and file. And it is very likely after Naim Qassem's threat that Hezbollah has the right to respond after his chief of staff was killed, that Israel will also eliminate him. Lebanese Hezbollah has no more chances of survival and revival as long as IDF continues to attack. And considering the attacks that Lebanese Hezbollah has conducted against US forces and the French forces from 1983 onwards, and of course attacks against Israel, this group should be dismantled because there is no security and stability in the region with a group like the Lebanese Hezbollah. So I believe the international community should support Lebanon to rebuild its military forces and to dismantle the Hezbollah organization.
All right, sir, requesting you to stay on with us as we're tracking further updates as far as Lebanon is concerned. We're now learning that the Lebanese army has been